So it's news that might disappoint the executives at the US Soccer Federation and the English Football Association, but Jurgen Klopp, the former Liverpool coach, has made it clear today that he is not returning to football anytime soon. So the England job, the USA job are not for him. Klopp obviously left Liverpool after nearly 9 years in charge in May. Had won everything he could win at Liverpool apart from the Europa League, so he left as a club legend, as we know, and he wants a year off. I've been told that he wants at least a year out of the game, and he may not even return to coaching once that year's up. So right now, Klopp has been speaking at a coaches forum in Würzburg in Germany, and he said, look, I want a year off, I want to enjoy myself, I want to make sure that I've got this break. And he said in that speech that he may not return to coaching. So it's a big blow certainly for the US Soccer Federation. I think the English FA are looking more of a domestic candidate, maybe a Graham Potter or Eddie Howe, potentially Mauricio Pochettino because of his links with the English game and having, coached at Chelsea and Tottenham. But Jurgen Klopp, although he was probably the ideal choice, the dream choice of the English FA, he was never really a contender to succeed Gareth Southgate, because I think the FA know that one, he would cost so much money, and two, they have to be honest and back their coaching system at St George's Park. They want a graduate of the St George's Park coaching systems. That rules Klopp out. The US is a different matter. The US were very keen to hire Klopp. Greg Berhalter obviously left at the end of the Copa America, where the US failed to get out of the group, and Klopp being such a global superstar in terms of coaching would have been an absolutely huge hire for the US. They've obviously in the past hired German coaches. Jurgen Klinsmann was a success in terms of coaching the US national team, but since then they've gone down a more domestic route, hiring coaches that have succeeded within the international game in the US. But Klopp was obviously a superstar candidate, almost a Hollywood appointment for the US, but he's not interested. He said give it a year, give it a few months, give it a year. Who knows, in a year's time, they may come back knocking and say, look, we've got a World Cup on our doorstep in 2026. I do wonder whether if in that time, a year from now, Klopp might think, I've been out of the game for a year, but he is making clear that he doesn't want to return to coaching right now. And if he does return to the game, he will return in some capacity, but maybe not coaching. But, the appeal of the US job, it might not seem a massive draw to many European fans, but there's no real pressure on the US job right now. Get out of the group at the World Cup in 2026, it'll be a success. And obviously the earning potential of being a success in the US, the sporting landscape over there is so big. If Klopp went over to the US, he would be an absolutely huge draw. He would dominate the sporting landscape, which no other football personality could apart from Lionel Messi. So maybe it's one that you can keep around. But right now, Klopp is saying, not for me, not right now at the moment, and maybe not ever, but he wants some time off. So let's see what happens in a year's time. But as it stands right now, Jurgen Klopp is not coming back to coaching for the England job, for the US job, or any other job.